Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Christmas time, epoxy resin time, because it's been a while, new moulds time of different standards of quality of life to definitely good soft silicone, and a distinct shape will come out. I mean, a distinct shape will come out, all of them, but these ones are textured. Here I also have a traffic cone that's masquerading as one of these two. So we're going to try and do all three, slightly different each time. I want to put some snow confetti in one, some chunky holographic glitter in another, and this one, well, I'm thinking of putting some little shapes in there, some little Christmas sweetie shapes. Well, I say Christmas sweetie, I'm pretty sure I saw a mushroom in there. And either some mica powders or some alcoholic, I hope not, some alcohol pigment. So we will start with this one first. Now I'm going to mix in the super big one. So I have Let's Resin to try. Never tried that before. I've heard good things. So, okay, first things first, I'm going to go and get mixing. We will flash forward, because that's going to be at least 5 minutes. And I believe I have 45 minutes playtime with that, which should be plenty to do what we want to do. Okay, I've mixed a batch up. We're looking pretty bubble free. Well, I can see bubbles, but they are slowly rising to the top. And I had a check on the instructions to see exactly what I was working with here. It said about 3 minutes to stir, which is quicker than the other ones that I've tried so far, but I did still go for 5. It said to leave it for 5 minutes to let all the bubbles come up. Now, the one that I mixed it in has got no bubbles whatsoever. That's crystal clear. This one that I poured into, I think because I didn't pour slow enough, I can see lots of bubbles in there, but I'm about to add stuff, so, well, let's just see. So this one, I'm going to put the snow confetti in. I don't know how much. I'm going to stir slowly, because I need it to all spread around in there and not just sit on the top. I'm also aware that this is going to be adding bubbles to the mixture, because this is lots of little things. I think I'll put a little bit more in there. And for those of you who have seen me, especially my last session with epoxy, I have changed my stirrer. I have good stirrers now. Not thin, flimsy ones. So I'm hoping everything's being stirred well. That one feels warm. This one, oh yeah, this is warm too. Okay, I take that as a good sign. Because the bad batch that wasn't stirred properly wasn't warming up. So I'm just going to let that stand for a few moments. Feels warm, which is a good sign. Okay, mat is warm and ready. This has been left to stand. Now, we got to try and get that in there. I'll go really slow. As I'm pouring it, I'll be honest, it does look like a lot of the snow confetti just sat on the top. I'm going to transfer that one to the mat. That one's over on the mat, curing. Well, will be. Let's get number 2 involved. I think I'm going to have to swap this glove before I touch anything else, because it's got a resin all over it. We're going to add the chunky glitter to this one. So I have loads of this, and it was a free gift. I don't tend to use it, so let's... Ooh, we'll make it well sparkly, shall we? We'll put lots in there. We'll give this a stir. That's well sparkly. Then I will let it stand for just a moment. So I'd have just introduced a load of bubbles to it. And this batch was the bubble-free batch because it wasn't poured into another container. I've done this before. I've done a glitter bomb. The very first one that I did was a glitter bomb. And that was using UV resin. I think this is going to be the first epoxy resin glitter bomb. Okay, this has stood for a moment. So let's pour slowly, hopefully. Because there's lots of nooks and crannies for this to flow into. Now, even though it's a glitter bomb, I'm hoping it's going to go... It looks like it's going into all the cracks. Guess we'll find out when we pop it out. And hopefully, this feels nice and warm, so hopefully I've done everything right. I'm going to put the heating on in a moment because it is cold in the house, and I know that's really going to affect it. Even though the mat that I've got comes with a hood, like the heat mat, I still want this to work. I'm going to move this very, very carefully because these ones stick to my silicone mat. Okay, now for the traffic cone. I'm going to put a bit of yellow in this one and a bit of green in this one. Actually, let me stir the yellow first. Right, while that one's standing, I'll add some green. So this one, and stir that one. Now, I am probably going to have to do this over there and hope that I don't have to move it today, because this is like one shake away from doing that. And when it's got weight in it, oh, one of these. That's perfect. Oh, that's so much better. Right, now I feel confident about filling it and moving it. Right. Let's do this, see what happens. Oh, if I had a third hand, I know what I'd be doing right now, seeing if I could swirl it as I'm pouring it. Right. Well, that worked better than I expected. It's not quite to the top, but I'm going to be fine with that. I'm going to shift this over to the mat so we can start curing. When we come back, hopefully they've all worked and we can get them out with their moulds and see how they look. Okay, about 24 hours later, we are cured. Let's have a look at these moulds and how / if they've worked. Now, I think these are going to be quite easy to get out because of their shape. Look at that! Now it sounds crunchy because some of the snow confetti, and the mould has come out lovely and clean. I have to put my hand behind this one so you can see it. It's made it frosted, and it also has... Is it more towards the bottom? I think it's just at the bottom where the snow confetti is all... There we go. Well, not all, but a lot of it's gone up there. There's some beautiful detail on that obviously you can't all see in the mould. That's really pretty. So, resin Christmas tree number 1 with snow confetti. No reason it wouldn't work because snow confetti was just, you know, it's essentially just plastic. That's really cool. I like that. So let's pop that one there. That one's worked. We know this one's going to work because it's glitter. But how does it look? What does the mould look like? Wow. That is perhaps one of the most sparkly things I've ever made. It's a glitter bomb tree. Can't see the detail too much, but it feels like it's leaf, and they are shaped like they are leaves. That's, again, really cool for a different reason. And we seem to have gone, which is really good, right down to the bottom. There's no bubble. So quite often with these sort of moulds get a bubble in the very tip here, but I poured it so slowly. I was hoping there's no bubble or like bit missing from the tip, and it has come out nice and clean. And it is sparkly beyond. I think in the future I'll do this one perhaps just colour or just clear, so you can see, because I can see, I don't know if you can, these are leaves, because there's a little vein running down the middle and then it's forking off either side. That is really cool. These moulds as well, they came in that big box that I opened at the way back at the beginning of the year. For like, I think it was around a £5, and it had so many moulds in it. Okay, our traffic cone. Wasn't expecting much in the way of detail on this one because it was just a smooth traffic cone. What I was hoping would happen was what has happened. I tried to pour, granted down the bottom here it's gone more green than yellow, but I tried to pour it so that it was half and half, and it did. After it filled the point there, you can see the point where it, so many points in this sentence, where it started to accept that it was coming in half and half. So yeah, we got a half green, half yellow. Well, we'll say, I know it's yellow, but with the green in there, it's sort of making it a bit more green than it is yellow. Straight up Christmas tree. Now these ones will come out shiny if I didn't put anything in with them, because they're shiny moulds. I believe this one too because of the way it feels. And because this one's a matte mould, it's come out matte. There's our 3 Christmas trees. Slightly more abstract come the end here, or very simplified, but still cool all the same. And I now know what these look like, because it's hard to guess what. I guess you can sort of see in this one that there's like ripples going across it. Now that I know that these are leaves, you can see that there's leaves in there, but when I just like initially glanced in there, I was like, I don't know how this is going to come out. Well, that was a success. There was no reason why these two wouldn't work. No real well, we know these two would work 100% fine, because that's just glitter, that's just mica powder. This one, there's no reason why it wouldn't work, because snow confetti is just shredded up plastic. No issues with the resin. This is Let's Resin. It's really easy to use. I understand completely why people rate it so high. It mixes quicker. There's less bubbles. Granted, I'm doing more things right now than ever. Cures pretty quickly. You've got quite a bit of flexible time to work with it. With these ingredients anyway, there was no flash curing, though I am starting to understand some of the reasons why that might happen. If you do it in really big batches, it might flash cure. And that makes sense because some of the big batches that I've done, that's what's happened. I've been able to get one mould out of it, and then by the time I've got to another mould, it's started to cure. And also something that I just learned through reading the instructions in this one. That's also where I'll give Let's Resin praise. They did have far more explanation and instruction in their little guide sheet that comes with the pack. So yeah, Let's Resin, good resin. Good moulds. To say, when you break it down, these were like pennies. If perhaps this one's more deserving of the penny mark than the others, but let's not poo-poo it too much, because it did do its job, and it did do it fine. And surprisingly, because sometimes these really simple, really cheap moulds have got a little hole in them somewhere, a little bubble in them somewhere, but that's come out pretty smooth. I feel it's a little knobbly right there. That's totally smooth up and down. I don't know if you can see that. It's slightly bumped. That might just be because there's a lot of weight going down into that bottom before it starts curing. And with this one, you definitely need something. Luckily, I've got these jelly pots, and it was just the right size to pop that in. So once it had got to the point where I could move it, I could take it out and put it straight on the mat. All that being said, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's giving you an idea of something to do yourself. What to expect if you get a mould shaped like this, with that sort of feature on the inside. What to expect if you get a mould shaped like this, with that kind of feature on the inside. And you don't need to tell me to tell you what to expect with that one. Let me know what you think. Do you think they were a success? Which one's your favourite? I like them all for different reasons. I'd like to see the detail more on both of these, so I will in the future just do straight up colour, just so I can see exactly what's on offer detail wise. But I like them both for different reasons. I like that that one's just plain white and the leaves are shaped upright. I like that this one's super, super green and is a massive glitter bomb, and it is actual leaves that come down ways. And you're just simple but beautiful. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more. Thank you all again so, so much. Take care, have a Merry Christmas, and see you in the next one.